The nation's chief leads a delegation to Malta today for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting.
Clint Watson gives us the preview.
Commonwealth leaders in Malta will address global issues such as climate change, building resilience in small states, trade and sustainable development, the empowerment of youth, gender equality, and human rights. We already know that the greatest focus will be on climate change ahead of the United Nations Climate Change Summit in Paris, France next week. Governments from around the world will approve access to critical funding for countries set to be impacted the most by climate change. The Bahamas is among them. Our vulnerabilities to weather systems and size, not to mention our geographical location, are expected to position us to receive millions of dollars to address existing concerns and put in place preventative measures. On the issue of youth empowerment, in adopting the Charter 3 years ago, member states of CHOGM committed to investing in and promoting the development of young people, particularly through the creation of opportunities for youth employment and entrepreneurship. It's one of the priority items that Prime Minister Christie has been working to address, what he called a sense of hopelessness among youth. And with the youth unemployment rate at more than 30% in the country, the government has identified this issue as critical. Dealing with the current migration crisis while complying with international human rights and refugee law is one of the critical issues that leaders will address at the meeting. CHOGM leaders are expected to issue a joint statement outlining their position on migration and the way forward for Commonwealth countries. The illegal migration issue in the Bahamas, although quiet as of late, still remains an important issue as government continues its robust crackdown on those who seek to violate immigration laws. Ahead of CHOGM, Prime Minister Christie would deliver the keynote address at the opening ceremony for Commonwealth Business Forum in Malta. He is expected to speak to the growing opportunities for investment and partnership, particularly in the Bahamas and by extension, the Caribbean. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
All right, Clint, thanks a lot. Parliamentarians began debate on 3 bills intended to reform the country's electricity sector. They include the Electricity Bill, the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority Bill, and the Electricity Rate Reduction Bond Bill. Deputy Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis says the bills will result in cost saving for consumers, improve reliability, and will encourage business growth.
Energy reform and reduction in our electricity bills is vital to our national growth and development. This PLP government is all about building the best Commonwealth of the Bahamas that we can be. So we continue to hold high the watchwords for a better nation: reformation and transformation.